to bend phrase and time into something clever.
Right here.
What I'm saying is the Bible says we're created in the image of God who's given us our sense and reasoning such that we can know things. But you have no basis for knowledge outside of God.
Why do you assume that our basis for sense and reasoning comes from God?
Man, you deny it and your worldview is absurd. That's my point. You've denied that, and I asked you how you account for it without God.
I have said that I do not believe in a God. I have not given you a worldview.
But then I'm asking you how you make sense of truth and knowledge and reason without God.
How do I make sense of truth and knowledge and reason without God? Satan tells me. That's right. Satan tells me all this stuff. He's the one that tells me what is moral, what is right, and what is wrong. Satan, absolutely. Probably the more honest of the two characters in the Bible, that would be Satan. He's the one that tells the truth in the Garden of Eden, whereas God lies through his teeth in the Garden of Eden and mostly through the whole Bible. Actually, I have a magic 8-ball, and that's where I get my guidance of understanding knowledge and truth and reason and all that. It's the magic 8-ball. I asked the magic 8-ball, and it's usually yes or no or wait, which I think is kind of the same as the responses that the Christian God gives to people who pray. Actually, no. What really happens is I think with my brain, and what feels right to me, which is according to my conscience, which I was born with, then I know that that's good. And if it feels wrong to me, according to my conscience, then I know it's bad. It's really quite simple, and there's no God in the equation at all. So that's my answer to this guy, Side 10 Bully. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a video by Capricious Black Box, and he has a clip of Side 10 whatever in here.
Because I don't need a God
You're saying
to
you
fill
don't
in the
need to.
gaps of
I've
things
heard
that
that.
I don't know.
I've heard that.
Okay, I've
so
heard what you're saying.
you don't need God, so how do you make sense of truth and knowledge and reason?
I make sense of truth and knowledge and reason with my brain and my conscience, like I said.
You don't know? You have no idea?
Why would anybody ask such a stupid question?
See, that's what the Bible says.
So he's like trying to say that it takes something else besides my brain and my conscience, my understanding of what's right and wrong, which I was raised to have by my mom and dad. Why does he think that it takes something else besides that? It seems to be sufficient for me. I haven't killed anybody since I became an atheist. I haven't raped anybody or kidnapped anybody's child. I haven't gone robbing banks or anything since I became an atheist. I am driven completely by my brain, my understanding of right and wrong, and my conscience. There's no God. I don't understand why he thinks that there needs to be a God. It's like in this Side 10, what is his last name? Bruben Cat. I don't know. I don't care. I'm sicker than a dog today. I'm sick, so I don't care. But anyway, it's like his little peon brain can't even imagine thinking basic thoughts without a God equation. Gotta have a God to think, to be able to listen to your own conscience and know what a good feeling is and a bad feeling is inside. When you know something's right, that you're doing is right, you feel good. When you know something that you're doing is wrong, you feel bad. That's it. It doesn't require a boogeyman in the sky.
So if I don't understand something, therefore God. If I don't understand something, therefore God. That's what you're saying.
That you do believe in God because you make...
Why does he think she believes in God? I think this is something that I keep hearing from these presuppositional apologists. You do believe in God. How does he know what somebody else believes in? That is such bullshit, because a book says, oh my God. It's like they have brain lock. It's really like they have a padlock and a chain around their brain, and they can't, oh, you do believe in God because my book says.
Knowledge claims that you cannot
Oh,
justify.
I do believe in God.
Right.
Yeah. I bet she didn't know she believed in God until then, yeah.
No. Why does this bench bother you?
It doesn't bother me.
Then why are you here?
I'm here to speak the truth because there are people who are
No, what I hate about that guy and people like him is I'm here to speak the truth. And he knows his version of the truth is the truth. Why? He has the arrogance to presume that his beliefs are the truth with a capital T. And he knows this. How? I just think that's so arrogant to walk around, strut around, and I have the key to your salvation. I know the truth. Don't you wish you knew it? I can tell you it. It's just so arrogant to presume that your way is the only way and your truth is the only truth. Because a book says. It's like, do they not understand the stupidity of this? I don't even know why people debate, go up and waste their time debating with people like this. When I say religious people seem to, they are similar to my mother, who is schizophrenic. I'm talking about people like this, who have like bonds around their brain and they can't break from them, and they're just, it's like, well, the book says, that's why. I know it's true because the book says, and I know the book is right because God says, and I know that God is right because my church says, and I know the church is right because the book says.
There are people here who are choosing hell.
There are people here who are choosing hell, and we know hell exists. How? Oh, yeah, that's right, because the book says. Yeah, they're choosing hell. Yeah, not being able to believe something because somebody's too inept to convince people. That makes the people who are not able to believe choosing not to believe. They could believe if they chose to believe, even though the person trying to convince them to believe is so inept. Despite that, these people should be able to choose to believe if they want to. And if they don't choose to believe, then they're choosing hell, because we all know that everybody would rather just burn forever in hell. Yeah, How do you choose something? You don't choose to believe in something. Either you are made to believe it or you're not. And if you're not, then the ineptitude, it's because of people like this who have little padlocks and chains around their brain, and they can't do anything but repeat the same stupid, inane argument over and over and over. Oh, I'm here to share the truth with people, and it's the truth because my book says it's the truth. Yeah, and because I have a warm fuzzy feeling that says it's true. Yeah. Wow.
They're choosing to spend an eternity in hell, and I'm here to win.
I'm choosing to spend an eternity. First of all, I don't believe there's a hell, and you have not convinced me that there's a hell. And there's nothing to show that there's a hell, and all you have is a stupid book. And for that matter, it's only the New Testament that even describes this hell. It's like the little whip that you use to, or the fear factor to motivate people to give you money, to promote your stupid parasitic church that you want to continue to grow and feed off of the back of other people's hard work. Anyway, I'm not going to listen to any more of this. I don't know why people, why do they bother debating this guy? And what, Bible thumping wingnut looks at this guy like he knows something? He's just as much of a moron. And speaking of morons, I just blocked somebody else. And there goes my dog on cue. Brian J. 1962, or whatever his name is. It's really unfair, in my opinion, to try to attack somebody else without being clear where you're coming from, without being clear as far as what your beliefs are. If you're going to criticize my beliefs or what I think, you should be able to tell me what you basically open up as to what you believe and what you think. So there's an equal opportunity to attack. Well, this guy apparently doesn't believe that. He thinks that, he just, why do you have to give everything titles? That was his response to my asking him, well, are you a Christian? Because he's like, oh, you just assume that I'm a Christian or whatever. Anyway, I'm sick, so I don't really care, but I told him he's a coward because he can't even tell me what he believes in. And he comes back and he's like, well, I'm going to put together a hangout. I want you to meet me up on a hangout. It's like, okay, 1, I'm sick. 2, I'm not in the mood. If you can't even tell me typing out, I just feel like some people are just wanting special attention or excessive amount of attention from others, and I just don't want to play the game. I've been going around and around with this guy for days. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna, this time I kept saying to myself, I'm not gonna block him. He's kind of making me think he's a troll because he's just picking at everybody and doesn't even tell people where he stands on things. He's just, oh, well, I'm just kind of a mystery. You don't get to know. Well, you don't get to know if I'm a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu or if I'm an alien from another planet. He doesn't even bother to give that much of a courtesy to the people he tries to debate with. So, but I'm like, I feel like I don't want to block everybody just because I don't get along with them, so I'm trying not to block this person. Well, today he's like, wow, I'm going to put a hangout up. You can join me on the hangout. No, thank you. I don't have the energy for it. And I just feel like this person's already dishonest if they can't even be upfront about where they stand on an issue, where they stand on what their beliefs are. So, whatever. What are we going to discuss? The fact that you're a coward, that you can't tell me what your beliefs are? I think that's a coward. You might not agree. That's fine. That's your prerogative. You don't have to agree that you're not. You might think you're not a coward because you can't actually say where you stand. Are you an atheist? Are you an agnostic? Are you a medicine man? I don't know, but I blocked you. I blocked this guy because it's been going on for a week and it's going nowhere, and it's just really annoying to me, and I feel like this is just somebody who's looking for attention and picking on me just because he doesn't agree. I'm sorry, but what's his name? Brian J. 1962, yes. I'm sorry, but posting an observation that I think is valid, that I have a couple lurkers on my channel that systematically dislike my videos just because they're anti-Christian, is a valid point. And I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong, it's just what I think. It's my suspicion. I have a right to have a suspicion, just like I have a right to think that this has actually gone up since I said it first, because I think this guy has actually brought more people to my channel to dislike my videos. And I could be wrong. There's no way to know if I'm right or wrong. It's just a suspicion. I'm entitled to say what I think or what I suspect. There's no way to know if I'm right or wrong. Doesn't matter. It's what I think. It's what I think. And in a way, it's like, okay, fine, More people are coming to my channel. I certainly hope I get dislikes, because if I didn't get dislikes, I'd be worried. I don't want to placate Christians. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I didn't see for a huge chunk of my life what was right there in front of me. And it caused a lot of harm in my life personally. It caused a lot of harm. I would like to put things out there that maybe plant seeds of doubt in other people. That maybe down the road it might contribute to them thinking things through on their own. Like I finally started thinking things through on my own. That's what I'm here. That's what I'm about. And yes, it means I'm going to offend Christianity, because Christianity is the poison that I'm against. Christianity is the thing that almost destroyed my life. So if there's going to be Christians that dislike what I say, that's fine. I expect that. And if I say, well, it looks to me like there's some people that frequently visit my channel and dislike videos just because they're anti-Christian, I have a right to say that I think that that's what's happening. It might not be what's happening. I'm not saying that it is what's happening. I just think it is. That's my suspicion. So anyway, this is all I'm going to say about Brian J. 1962. You know, if you want to get yourself some negative attention, you can go someplace else, because I've given you a week of my time and it's been very unproductive and just going nowhere. No, I'm not going to go on a hangout and let you continue to be the way you've been here. Ugh. No, thank you. I'm sick. I have more important things to do, like sleeping. So, that's all. If you've been watching, thank you. Bye.